My name is Sarah O'Shea. I'm 12 years old. I attend Army Day School in Barak, Army Day Junior Secondary School. I'm in JSS 3D. My school, I like the favorite teachers I like in our school. That is my basic science auntie, my business studies auntie, my computer uncle, and our basic. We have two teachers for basic technology, so I like the uncle that used to teach us basic technology. That is my favorite subject in school.
I have known Sarah for the past 3 years now. She is my student in Army Day Junior Secondary School here. I teach her basic science and physical and health education right from JS1 up till now. And she is quite a brilliant child.
I'm the second born. I have an older brother. His name is Emmanuel Shea. I have two younger sisters. Their name is Delight and Glory. My dad is late. He died 2017. Yes, when I was 9 years.
I have 4 children. Before the incident happened, they were right common entrance. I came back from the burial before they entered secondary school. And before he died, we spent a lot of money for his health. And since then, it has not been easy for us. But thank God for God that have been helping us all through. The landlady now is just feel like to send us out of the house because I owe for rent.
I used to wake up sometimes when I'm tired. I used to wake up by 5, but if I'm not tired, that I sleep early in the night, I used to wake up by 4 o'clock. Then from there, I'll now dress up. Like it will take me like from that 4, it will take me like to 5. Then I'll now start going to school. My father left us. It was my mother, she now went and learned all these things from somebody. After finished learning it, that was how she now started making it. And before she would go and sell, that time we're not having a lot of money like that. Because if it's the two of us going out to sell, and we can have money to take, I'll take some money to as transport, and she'll use some money to cook and buy some other chemicals to come and make again. I sell liquid soap, shampoo, room freshener, toiletizer, hair cream, Vaseline, Ditto, Hypo, Rub, body cream and bathing soap, both insecticide. Those things that I used to sell, if I am to calculate all of them, the amount, it will like be 5,000 or 6,000. But inside that 5,000, I'm not going to sell all that day because it's not everybody that would like to buy that day. Because many people will say, come today, come tomorrow. Sometimes I used to sell 1,500, sometimes I used to sell 2,000, sometimes 3,000.
There's need for survival, and so everybody, that's a valid means of survival for so many people. When a child hawks and it is used to support the parents, I can't say I have a problem with it when I'm not in a position to create an alternative. And that's what I was going to when I started thinking critically. If the child is not supposed to support the parents, I know people who say the more trays that go out, the more the opportunities for them to have a certain amount of money come into the family a day. The families pretty much have found a survival strategy to cope.
It's not a child's job to provide for the family. Any sort of provision, financial provision, it's not a child's job. Children are supposed to be taken care of until they are 18 or older. It's the parents' responsibility to take care of the children. Children are not supposed to bear that responsibilities or that burden. Even if the parents are not capable of providing, let's say in a situation where the parent is disabled, has some form of disability. In other countries that work, we have some form of social welfare that is provided for these people. These kids are taken away from these parents if they are not able to care for their children and placed in social systems, so they are being adopted or given to foster homes to take care of them. So it's not a child's job to be responsible, to bear any form of financial burden in a home. A child doesn't have that job. A child is not supposed to be responsible for their own education. They are not supposed to be responsible for feeding. They are not supposed to be responsible for healthcare. They are children. They are supposed to be cared for until they are old enough to care for themselves and possibly provide care for their parents.
Yes. If I close from school 1:30, I'll go and sell from that 1:30. Then after going out to sell, I'll come back maybe by 5 or by 6 in the evening. My mom too, maybe she'll be at home by that time. So when we come back, she'll come and cook and do some things. Then I'll prepare for tomorrow's school. That's how we used to manage everything. I used to mix school sometimes to go and hug because when there is not enough money at home, like we used to collect some goods from people to buy food stuff to eat at home, and the people will now be coming to our house like, where is my money? Where is the money the things that I gave you? You have not given me the money. So I have to like keep school aside to go and hawk so that I can meet up with our needs at home, both my mom. One day our teacher have to call me out. They flogged me that day. It was not too easy for me that I came back home. I was still crying. I could not bear the pain again. I was still crying throughout that day. Yes, because I fell asleep.
I noticed that she's somebody that needs to be helped because not prompt in submitting her assignments, and at times she does off when she's in class. And so when I inquired about her, she opened up at some point and said that she's the one taking care of herself. I say, how do you take care of yourself? Do you pay school fees yourself? Do you buy textbooks yourself and all that? So she said no, that she is the one that is going about. In fact, she does some kind of hawking. Let me just be plain here. That she is the one that takes care of the family to some extent. That it is what she hawks after school. That she get to pay some of her bills and then even take care of what the family will eat at some point. I say, wow. So how are you able to cope? She said that has been with her for a long time, for the period I have known her.
One day I was going to sell. When I was coming back that evening, there was a man. He just came from nowhere and asked me, what am I selling? I tell him everything that I'm selling. He now said I should give him, that he wants to buy something. And I said, what did he want to buy? And I said he wants to buy me. Like when I was saying, Oga, how do you want to buy me? If you want to buy something, tell me, I will give you the thing. Then you give my money, I'll go to my house. He was like, come on, come here. Like he wants to drag me. He was trying to touch me. That is when I ran. And I ran with my younger sister.
Street hawking exposes these kids to a lot of antisocial activities. Alcohol, drugs, prostitution, rape, abuse, all sorts of crimes. It's even very hazardous because now their lives are in danger because you have them crossing the roads back and forth. So their lives are in danger if they don't get knocked down by a car or a tricycle or a bike or a motorcycle. They might get beat up by some random person, or they might get caught up in some, weird situation that will put their lives at risk.
These girls are very vulnerable, being exposed to such activities. In the process, they can be raped, they can be beaten, they can be killed. And so we have different cases like this. We're inundated with different cases like this every day. For violence against persons, when it comes to rape and things like that for the children, I think so far we've had about 357 cases reported, and we've been able to get about 17 convictions and rescued about 100 children.
I would say that there should be designated hawking areas. We should have appropriate bus stops, and the bus stops should be there should be CCTV cameras at the bus stops so that we can account more for things that happen to people who are not rich.
I know that the money that I'm going to spend in school will be too much for her, and it's not that it's only me that she's going to train. It's not only me. I have younger ones and my elder brother. So I don't know. I don't think so. That is why, again, my brother dropped out from school just because of that, so that they can take care of me and my younger ones.
I learned work here. I'm once a student. I was a student. So before this lockdown, we do go to school before they drove out after school. So we stopped school because my mother couldn't afford money to pay our school fees. So on our way home, and I told my sister that she should come here, that I want to come and meet some of my friends here. But I didn't tell her the purpose I'm coming here, so that she won't tell my mother. So and I came here and I saw one of my friends, and I told her, please, I'm looking for where you put me so that I'll be learning work here, so that I can learn work and help myself.
The load was it became too much for me. And one night, my son just told me, Mommy, since the case is like this, that he would drop out of school. Although I didn't agree with him, but for my greatest surprise, when they closed from school, I discovered that it's only her sister, Sarah, that come back home. Where is Emmanuel? He said, Emmanuel dropped at Pape Junction. What happened? Say he want to go and find somebody to learn work with. So now Emmanuel is learning work, and Sarah come back from school every day. He will help me to carry the market, walk around Katampe here. Me, myself, I carry my own. I go to town, work where they are washing cars, go to car wash, sell for them. That is how we have been living since that time till now.
Many of my results now, they are not with me. Almost all of my results, they are not with me. They are still with my teachers because I've not paid some of my school fees. Like throughout JS2, I did not pay school fees. Even in JS1 third term, I did not pay. Even this JS3 is someone that helped me and paid for me because there were not enough money. I used to tell my mother, Mom, don't worry about my school fees. Just deal with the one in your front now. I can still help myself. No matter what, I will plead with my teachers. They can help me out. That is what I used to do. Many people will flog me. The students will be laughing at me, but me, I don't care. I prefer being in school than to be out of school, because if they still flog me, either I will stand at the window of the school and be learning. Many teachers will like drive me away and I don't care. I will still stand there. When I go, I will still come back again and still peep to know some things that they are teaching.
If you have not paid for your result, you will not be issued a result. And that's part of why she has not been able to collect her result for over a long time. And as I speak with you now, she even has some bills to settle.
NCT Web is doing a lot to see that every girl child remain in school. Let me start by reminding us that the UBA Act of 2004 stipulates that every child has the right to be in school, and every child should be in school. It means, here it went ahead to say that education is free. So you have no cause to say you will not be in school. We also establish what we call safe space in schools. These safe space are clubs where the girl child is free to express her feeling to her colleagues. In this safe space, we even give them training, skills trainings. You understand? Where if the parents are not buoyant or they cannot cope, they carry out this little training on skills that we're giving to them to help their parents.
I want to become a doctor because I like treating. I like since when I was small, when I was still 2 years, that's when I started telling people that I'm an American doctor. That is what I like doing. Even in school, my basic science auntie have tell me something like that before, that she know that I will become a doctor. That the way I used to try all my efforts in basic science, that I don't like to carry last in basic science. I always like taking first. Anything in science, I used to like try to have mark in science. And secondly, I used to have some dreams sometimes in the night that I see myself traveling out of the country, like to go and treat some people out of the country. And sometimes I would dream that the president of Nigeria used to call me when I've already grown up, that he will call me and tell me that look at many people in our country are dying of this sickness, can I come and help? So I will now come, because that time I was seeing myself like I'm not living in this country again, that I'm living outside of this country. And me, like if you ask me now, where do you want to go or where do you want to travel to, I'll say take me to Germany. If you can take me to Germany, that I want to go and do my nurse. Even sometimes one day I sat down and start thinking that God, if you can help me, like let me finish my secondary school, like that holiday I said I'll go to any hospital, like just go there to like help them to work or to do something, so that I can be learning some little things from them. That is why I said I love becoming a doctor.